So today is the 7th of Feb 2024. Interesting one today. It's about to get spicy. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just interesting. So I started off with my mentoring. So we ran through all the copy that I've done, and a lot of it was pretty solid. There was only one where he had to change a bit just because of it wasn't clear, but progressing at that as well, getting better. I had another setup call with one of my clients. So I've started building out her page and helping her. She's about to film the content, so we shouldn't be far off starting her adverts. Then rest of the day, I've really been touching up the copy based off what he told me, talking to my clients, editing some of my videos in terms of the content that I need. And well, now he's told me that what I was editing, he said I need to go a level up. So my mentor told me, so my editing at the moment, I've put me better in the frame, cropped it all together, made it look like one video, and I've added subtitles. But he said to make it more engaging, you need to add some transitions, add some effects. So it's going to be another skill I've got to learn. But I guess it's all learning. It's all part of the journey. I think I need to pace myself down a bit. I'm trying to get it all done quickly. So I'm going to take some time to just properly learn how to edit, and I'm only going to use CapCut, but just need to edit it together and make it look half decent. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for my content, and I'm going to have to do that for my clients. And yeah, so look, that's been the majority of my day. Now, the bit that's making it interesting is that I had a call with my 9 to 5 today, and it's going to ramp up, and I knew it was coming, right? But pretty much, to give you a bit of context, I'm doing a degree apprenticeship in construction. I'm a project manager, right? And essentially, as part of the apprenticeship scheme, by the end of it, you're meant to become chartered, which means like you're a recognised professional in the construction industry, pretty much. And so what part of that I have to do real life practical work in the work environment, I have to do university work, and I have to, once I've got my university degree, I have to do this assessment where I sit down and they test me for me to become chartered. I have to pass this test, and it involves an interview, it involves like a 5,000 word fucking piece of coursework, and it means I have to track my hours and what I've been doing from October just gone 2023 till 2026, start of 2026. So look, my plan is get my degree work finishes June or July 2025, so next year, right? And I'll graduate and get my certificate October 2025. So my plan is to get that certificate and leave. Now, that's fine, but the problem now is that because of this chartered thing that I have to do this tracking assessment thing that tracks what I'm doing every day, and I have to hit certain competencies and learn certain skills over this time period. So now the problem is that they've assigned me someone to track with me what I've been doing and make sure I'm hitting all the points. Which, of course, to hit all the points, you actually have to fucking do the work. Now, the reason, obviously, well, I don't think it's that hard to understand. It's going to be interesting now because all of that work is about to ramp up. I've got a call with him Friday the 23rd. So I've got about 13 days. No. 16 days, sorry. I've got about 16 days before it starts ramping up. But yes, it's about to get interesting now because, of course, now I've got to manage the clients, the outreach, the editing, filming the content, reading a book a week, filming these updates, doing my 9 to 5 job work, doing my 9 to 5 uni work, and everything else that comes with it. So it's going to be a proper mission. It's going to be interesting. And I know it's going to be really hard. It's going to be tough. It's going to be long hours, probably somehow even longer. Well, no, longer than what I'm doing now. But that's part of the journey, and if that's what I've got to do, then that's what I've got to do. The thing is, like, I've got a bit of a calmness about me because I just know I'm going to do it, and I know obviously no one's journey's ever smooth, and no one's journey's ever easy, and there's always something that crops up that nearly holds you back, and you've got to overcome it. So maybe this is one of my big setbacks that's gonna. I've already had one, which is losing all my real estate clients. So this is probably going to be the next one, and it's going to be even more challenging. But I haven't got long. I've got till 2025 till I'm leaving. So I've got, yeah, like I said the other day, I've got about 18, 20 months till I leave. So I just need to stay really focused on that. And yeah, like I said, I've just I know I'm going to do it. So I've just got to stick through it, work through these hard bits, and I'll come out the other end on top. And I know I will. Now, one thing I thought earlier, well, just before I was shooting this video, which just popped up to me when I was thinking about the amount of work I'm getting. I remember about, how old must have I been? I must have been 17 years old, probably. So about 4 years ago. And I remember it. This was the point where I didn't really have any purpose. Didn't really have any. Sorry, my mum's calling me for dinner. Didn't really have any sort of goal or direction of what I wanted to do in my life. But I remember one day, me and my mates and my girlfriend went out. And my girlfriend at the time and her mates went out to the pub, and I walked home with my girlfriend. And I remember walking there with her. We just thought it was, what, midnight probably, 1 a.m, bit cold. And I remember walking there, back to her house. I was staying at hers. I remember we wasn't really saying anything. And I remember this so clearly. I could point you to the exact location where I said it as well. I remember saying to her, you know, I'm gonna be fucking rich one day. And she was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, nah, trust me. Like, I know I'm going to be rich. She was like, what do you mean? She was like, where's this come from? She was like, I just know. I said, I can't tell you how. I don't know what it will be. I don't know when it will be. But I said, I remember saying to her, I promise you that I will be rich. And I remember she said back to me, she said, yeah, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. And here we are now. We're not there yet, but we're a lot of steps closer than I was then. But even things like that, like, I remember that night so vividly. I can remember the exact point on the street and what street it was where I said that to her. But I've believed this with all my heart since I've been a little kid. And like 4 years ago, when I had no idea what I was doing in college, doing something I didn't even want to do, randomly to just go, I'm going to be rich. I believed that then, and I still believe it now. And I know it's going to happen now. It's literally simply just a matter of time. Like I said, the end goal's set out. The end goal's there. I'm going to do what I've said I'm going to be doing across these video journals. I've said that I'm going to do that. And the end goal was set. The end goal's in place. The end goal's here, and I'm here. And there's all of this in between that I've got to get to, overcome, and figure out before I can get to here. But that's done. That bit is done. It might be 5 years down the line, but that's there. I've just got to do the work to get there now. And I truly believe that. So when all these crazy stuff is happening, that's why I have that sort of, I feel myself having that sense of calmness, because I know that I'm going to do it. Simple as that. And it might sound crazy to you, and some of you are going to be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But I promise you, I am going to do that. And just wait and see. You'll see it. Whoever's following me now, look, I've got 15 subscribers now. Not massive, but it's better than none. Whoever's subscribed and following now, you watch me in a couple of years' time. Watch me be the top dog. Just wait. But yeah, there we go. So that's the update. It's going to get interesting. It's going to get a lot harder. It's going to be a lot of juggling what I need to do, but there we are. So that's my update for the day. Tomorrow, 3 sales calls, 2 more setup calls. It's going to be interesting, so get to work on that and see what happens.